Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful master of the day of judgment. I am here to tell you now about the philosophy behind Montessori. But I would like to speed this up because we're a little bit running out of time. So let's have the first one. I am not going to go through all of these because we are going to produce for you every week what we do in school. First steps by steps about how you can deal with the Montessori system at home. And this will be provided to you via video. So I'm just going to quickly run through this. Because I'm certain, inshallah, we are going to produce this for you, and it's going to be much more impactful because you are able to do this at home. A brief history of Montessori, I will go through that very fast. Our curriculum and understanding what we do in school. This is very important. You have got to understand what we do in school because what we need is symbiosis. We have to mesh. Your minds and our minds have to meet, so that your expectations will be met, okay? So we would like also to impress upon you that some parents have high expectations, too high that it gives too much stress on your children. Not on us, we can handle it, but on your children. And that's what I would like to explain shortly. This is also very important, what you can do at home, and a special announcement. The short video you have seen already earlier on. Okay, this is Dr. Maria Montessori. She was born in 1870. And during that time, the role of a woman is just to stay at home and take care of your children. At that time, there was no such thing as higher education for women. As soon as women started to learn how to read, write, learn how to sew, learn how to cook, learn how to do painting, and learn how to do poetry and play the piano, that was it. Nothing else was expected of women. However, Dr. Maria Montessori was an inventor. She was a physician, she was an educator, a philosopher. She was a children's advocate. She spoke for and on behalf of children. And she was also a mother, giving birth to a son named Mario Montessori, who later on inherited her intelligence for Montessori, and he carried on that legacy. She was a psychologist, and she was an advocate of positive social change. And she changed the way people thought of how to educate children. Now, I'm just going to run through this. You see on the right-hand side, you have the traditional way of teaching. How to teach in the traditional way. Teacher going down, and that's one way. Teacher talks to the children. Children sit down for hours and listen to lectures, even at kindergarten stage. Now, the difference is, on the other side, this one, traditional, is teacher-centric, meaning to say the focus is on the teacher. Whereas on the other side, we have, it's called child-centric, meaning to say the children are the focus. It's not the teachers, not the parents, it's the child that we are concerned with. Now, in the child, you've got other people in the vicinity. It could be ustaz, it could be the mailman, the milkman, or whoever comes to the school. It could be the electrician. And we have the teacher, who is a guide and not a teacher, not a lecturer kind of a teaching, but somebody who guides the children along the way. That's why in the Montessori system, we are not called teachers. We are called aunties in Brainy Bunch. But more than just being an auntie, we are directresses. We direct children to the right path. Now, what is important in this triangle is the prepared environment. Why is this very important? It is because the environment actually teaches the child how to do things, what to do. All right, just for me to run through these are the scholarly articles. And there are 1,001 scholarly articles with regards to why Montessori is better than any other methodology in the market today. Montessori schools have a shared culture that reflects educational reforms associated with contemporary motivation theories. A recent study showed that students from Montessori schools reported higher intrinsic motivation, interest, and flow experience in academic work than students from demographically matched set of traditional schools. Now, this is a research, and it's not just something that I am saying at random. It is important for us to really find out how the world thinks about the Montessori system, and that is the reason why we have applied Montessori in our school. This is another one by many different, it's also saying the same thing. But most importantly, what is said here by Guthrie, Davis, and Hickey, and McIver is that if you impose too much of the rigid, traditional way of thinking when your children are just about the right age for logical thinking, for thinking outside the box, and then you hit them with things that are so depressingly contrite, and they're so rigid, that is going to destroy, and it will become a negative effect on student motivation, experience, and achievement. And that is why the Montessori system is so much better than majority of the other systems that you can find in the market today. Research confirms that Montessori schools created a more positive community for early, middle, and young adolescent education worldwide. And this is a report by British Journal of Educational Psychology. Now this one I'm going to go through just this slide. The rest will come to you in video forms. So I'm not so worried about these things that you will not get at this particular time. If you want to click on it now, click on it now. Exercises of practical life and sensorial education, all of these will be given to you in detail. Language arts, English, Arabic, Bahasa Malaysia, and the Mandarin is for selected campuses for now. And then hopefully when we get a lot more of qualified Mandarin teachers, we can incorporate this in the whole of our campuses. Cultural subjects and mathematics, creative subjects, physical education, health science and sports, storytelling and conversation, Islamic subjects, and so much more. What we have for our children, okay, I'm just going to run through this. I'll give you just a second to look at it. It enhances 4 things. It's called CCOD: coordination, concentration, order, and discipline. All right, those of you who want to take a click at this, you can take a picture, but this is what EPL does for our children. Sensorial education also is the refinement of the senses. And this is what is being honed by doing the educational system in Montessori for sensorial. The language arts will teach our children 4 things. And I would like to reiterate this to parents. These 4 things, most of the time, you will not find in regular school, in traditional schools. Because you will have maybe reading, writing, but most of the time children cannot understand what they are reading. And especially so, they are very poor in spelling. Why? Because we teach our children the phonetic way. And this is what is emphasized in our teaching of children. If you want to click on this with your cameras, go ahead. And these are the things that we actually emphasize for our children, which gives them a very good foundation for Montessori language arts. Mathematics is very easy, and everything is didactic, meaning to say we have got apparatus for each one, and we use our senses, especially the hands. Tactile senses is very important in the Montessori system because what the hands touches, the mind remembers. Okay, so remember that. What the hands touch, the mind remembers. Next we have, okay, these are the things that we do give to our children, but there is so much more in our system that we teach for elementary. Cultural subjects, these are just some of this. Materials, you all know this because you've been handed out your prospectus. This is the elementary curriculum and so much more. Absolutely so much more. Next, including this as well. Now I'll just go run through what we teach in our Brainy Muslim program. I'm sure a lot of you already know about this. And these are what we have in our practices. I'm going to run through this. Anyway, we are going to inform you of this in videos. All right, the 4 loves that you see there is love for Allah, love for parents, love for Prophet, and love for Jannah. And the learning outcomes are these. All right. And our promise to you is that we are going to have your children, especially the 6 years old, before they graduate, by 6 years old, they must be able to perform Salat independently. Meaning to say they learn how to Salat on their own. Plus, reading successfully. If your children are not reading by the time they graduate, we will guarantee them continuous education with Brainy Bunch until they learn how to read. And it's for free. All right, this is very important, and this is what I must emphasize. What parents can do at home. Now, our system, the Montessori system, is based on foundational, laying the foundation. And when you lay the foundation for anything, a building or anything, it takes time. So please, parents, give the education system, give the education system time to work. It does work, but you've got to give us time to let it happen. Participate positively and actively in your children's achievements, okay? In your children and the school's activities. Read to your children daily. Please, ladies and gentlemen, always read to your children on a daily basis. Let's make it a habit. Develop good routine and habits in children. Make your children independent. As Sheikh Rada was saying, be a good role model. Respect the teachers. I do understand sometimes you get irritated at some of our teachers, but please, parents, their devotion to your children cannot be matched by any form of payment. You cannot quantify their dedication to your children. They are like the second parents to your children. So please give them respect. Salat with your children. That was already done by Sheikh Raida. And make your home Montessori and English friendly. How do you do this? We will teach this to you via video. And my special announcement, ladies and gentlemen, for today is we are going to please give out the forms for the parents. I am going to ask all parents to please assist us. Now, inside your goodie bag, you will have the Brainy Bunch Foundation financial report. Take a look at that and see how much money we have left. It's 0,000. Okay, the one that's carrying us now in the Brainy Bunch Foundation is just the Brainy Bunch Sindarian Bahad. But we still need your help because there are so many people in this world, especially in Syria, in Gaza. They are so destitute and they are desolate and they are displaced and homeless. And many of them hardly survive with the food. If you've seen pictures of them, are we going to run the video? Are we going to run the video? Yes. And this is the reason why we are going to ask for your help. So please, parents, please help us by just giving a donation of 10 ringgit a month. And this is, what is 10 ringgit? It's pittance for you. So here is the reason why. So ladies and gentlemen, I am begging for your kindest assistance. We are giving you the avenue to give to our brothers and sisters in war-torn places. And this is the chance for you to have sadaqah. So ladies and gentlemen, that is all for me today. Thank you very much.